We just have started the lesson coordination compound or coordination chemistry. Now we are going to see the two terms, that is, one is coordination compound, the other one is called to be double salt. So let's see what is the difference between coordination compound and double salts. Normally when two or more salts are mixed together, and you will get a compound. One is called to be either coordination compound, other one is called to be a double salt. When two things are mixed together, now I'm going to speak about the double salt. So let me take an example. When equimolar means a similar volume of similar concentration of two salts I'm going to mix it, that is ferrous sulfate. When it is mixed with ammonium sulfate, it is NH4 twice SO4. And these are taken in a solution, so I'm just adding the water molecule H2O. You get the product that is called to be, when these two are mixed together and boiled, cooled and filtered, and when you cool it, it crystallizes. That is, when you cool it, the water vapor will evaporate, the extra things will evaporate, and the remaining, the salt will be formed. The salt formed is formula is FeSO4 dot NH4 twice SO4 dot 6H2O. So just to balance that, I am adding 6 before that. So the compound which formed is called to be more salt. It is commonly called to be MOH, more salt, or other name is called to be FAS. Fa is nothing but ferrous ammonium sulfate. Okay, so this is double salt. I'm going to do the other reaction, that when ferric chloride is added with potassium thiocyanate, that is potassium thiocyanate is KSCN. This is called as potassium thiocyanate. I will get the compound called to be K3FeSCN6. So this is the compound formed. So just to balance this, I can add here, there are 6 thiocyanate, 6. So I'm just adding 6 before that. When 6 is added, so there are 3 chlorine, the remaining product will be KCl. So there will be 3 KCl. So totally 6 potassium and 6 SCN, and Fe1, Cl3 and Cl3, it's balanced. Now I got this compound is called to be potassium ferrithiocyanate. The name of this compound is potassium ferrithiocyanate. So this is the compound. So 2 salt, here too I have taken 2 salt, this also I have taken 2 salts. So let's see, this is named to be a double salt and this one is named to be a coordination compound. So let's see why this is named to be a double salt and this is named to be a coordination compound. What is the main difference between these two? So the major difference between these two is, after the more salt is obtained, when it is dissolved in water, this is a crystal of more salt. When this more salt is dissolved into the water, it loses its identity. When it was in the salt state, it always exists in a solid state. Okay, this solid, when I dissolve this into a water molecule, that is, I am making it as an aqueous, I will get a compound of different ions. It ionizes to give you Fe2 plus plus SO4 2 minus, that is ferrous sulfate ionizing, plus ammonium sulfate, plus NH4 plus plus SO4 2 minus, then the water molecule. So these are SO4, so you just count it, how many SO4 are here, 1 plus 1, 2 SO4, so 2 SO4. How many ion is there? Ferrous is there, 1 ferrous, Fe2 plus plus ammonium, there are 2 ammonium, so I just can write 2 before this, 2 NH4 plus. So these are the 4 ions are obtained. So they just added this more salt, with the more salt, they added the water. After adding the water, they started testing the ions present in that solution. When they started testing for iron, you know what is the test for iron? Ferrous Fe2 plus, when you add potassium ferrocyanide, you will get a deep blue color. So for the deep blue color shows the presence of ferrous. Likewise, sulfate can be identified by the test called to be barium chloride. You will get, when you add barium chloride and dilute HCl, you will get a white precipitate. Then it is proving where there is sulfate radical. Then ammonium ion can be tested by adding Nessler's reagent as well as NaOH. All these you did it in 11th standard practical. When you add it, you will get somewhat reddish brown precipitate. So when they analyze for iron, that is Fe2 plus, it is there, and sulfate, it answers for that. And even for ammonium, when they tried it, they found it there are different 3 ions are present in that. But the same way, after treating these two, that is ferrichloride and potassium thiocyanate, they got a substance which is called as potassium ferrithiocyanate, which is blood red in color. And now they are going to add water into this. This solution, they are going to dissolve that into a water, and they were expecting 3 ions. What are the 3 ions? K can give you K plus, Fe can give you the ion called to be the ferric ion, that is Fe3 plus, as well as SEN minus. They are expecting this product. So, but when they analyze that, when they did the test, only it answer for K plus. It does not answer for ferric as well as thiocyanate. Though they were repeatedly doing the test, they did not find different ions test. So, it shows that this complex, that is the compound which is formed after mixing these two, the compound or the element which is enclosed inside the bracket will not dissociate. So that means when it is dissolved in water, it is not losing its identity. It remains Fe3 plus is inside the bracket, it is not at all ionizing. But when the double salt is dissolved in water, it loses its identity and dissociates into the different ions. When it was one, it seems to be a solid. When it is dissolved into the water, it has a character of different ions. But when this is dissolved into the water, they found only the test for potassium, they will get it. But the remaining ferric as well as thiocyanate, they were trying for the test, but they did not answer. So they prove that this compound is called as a complex or a coordination complex, in which the ion cannot be separated, or the metal cannot be isolated, or the ligand cannot be isolated, which is enclosed strongly inside the bracket. Then the later part, they started analyzing what's the bond formed between these two. Then only they came to a conclusion, the bond formed is called as the coordinate bond. Then they started analyzing a branch of chemistry which is called as the coordination chemistry.